So Andrew, what we've got here is this. I've prepared for us a game that we're going to play. It's definitely on some high-end sort of software. This is not Canva or anything like that. All right, so rating political figures, okay? So here's how the game is going to work. You and I are going to give every single political figure a score out of 30, okay? We have 3 different categories, and we have to give them a score from 1 to 10.
Or are these
every
political
category.
figures or political influencers?
These are political influencers, political commentators on the right wing. These aren't mainstream media people. They're pretty much purely alternative media, outside of the mainstream media, right-wing conservative commentators or nominally conservative.
Are you on the list?
No, me and you aren't on the list because I'd get too high a score and you'd get too low a score.
That's fair.
And it would be embarrassing for the show.
That's fair.
Yeah. So what we have to do is give them a score out of 10 for charisma. So when we give them a score out of 10 for charisma, that just means like how likable they are, how much they can sort of land. How else would you describe charisma? How likable they are, you know?
Charisma would be the ability to get people to like and care about the things that you do or say.
All right, cool. And then intelligence. So intelligence is
have people
how much
drawn to you, I would say.
Right.
Something like that, yeah.
And then when we talk about intelligence, we're talking about how much they know. So if you sat down with them over a number of hours and you quiz them about philosophy and history and politics and everything, how much would this person actually know about the things that you should know about being a commentator? And then debate. So debate and rhetoric. How good is this person at debating, landing a point? How good are they at convincing people about their points? So those are the 3 categories, okay?
Okay.
Every single person gets a score out of 10 for each category, and then me and you have to argue about it until we actually come up with a score out of 30 for them, and then we put them in a category, okay?
Okay.
Quietly playing game show music in the background. Let's go.
All right, so Charlie Kirk, Andrew, you have to write it down and tell me what you come up with, okay?
Okay.
You want to let people know what you're scoring them for again?
Yeah.
So this is Kirk.
Charisma, intelligence, and debate. All right, so for charisma, what did you give Charlie Kirk?
Hang on. I just got my notepad out here.
Okay,
This is a score out of 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got charisma.
This is highly distracting, this music.
Yeah, it's terrible, dude. Stop it, mystery. All right, so we've got charisma. I got him at 7 for charisma.
All right, I've got him at a 5 for charisma. Intelligence?
I put him at a 7 for intelligence as well.
I thought we're not allowed to put 7. Can we?
No, yeah, let's get rid of 7.
No 7s.
Oh yeah, because we have to go up to 30. Okay, well I just won't do 7 then. So I'll give him a 6, and on intelligence I'll give him. I'll give him a 7 on intelligence.
Yeah,
I got to give him a 7 on intelligence.
And then I'll give him an 8 on intelligence. Debate, what are you giving him?
5.
I gave him an 8 for debate. So
what? Why? Who are the tried and true influential debaters? Name one that Charlie Kirk has taken on. One.
You're going to laugh at me, but he did take Hassan Piker to school a few years ago on capitalism versus socialism in a live debate. That is an influential
debater, not at all.
It's an influential person.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about influential people he's talked to, right, or debated with. Name a serious, significant, skilled debater who's known as a skilled debater that Charlie Kirk has tangled with.
Hello, this is your child.
Yo, bitch, you fucking there, cunt?
I can't actually
Shank count? Does Shank count?
Shank counts. That's 1.
Yeah.
Who else?
There aren't
Vosh.
too many, I guess.
Vosh. He took on Vosh.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but that was pretty even.
It was pretty even, and I've crushed Vosh multiple times, right? So I would point out here, I would just say, it's not that I don't think he's a good debater, but I haven't seen him tested against great debaters, and so that's why I adjusted the score that way.
All right, so can we settle on a 6 for Charlie Kirk for debate?
I got to stick with the 5, man. If you're not tried and true, against the like really skilled debaters.
But what about that commie, that twink that chuckled like a hyena the whole time?
Not a skilled debater.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
All right. Intelligence, we'll say 7 for that, and then charisma, I reckon we go for a 6. What do you think?
Yeah, I can do 6.
All right, cool. I'm glad we could meet halfway. So 6 plus 7, if my maths is correct, is 13, plus 5 is 18. So Charlie Kirk gets us into the OK category in terms of political commentators. All right, Candace Owens. Get your scores in for Candace Owens, Andrew.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So charisma, I'm giving her a 7. Intelligence, I'm giving her a 5. And debate, I'm giving her a 4.
Okay. For charisma, I got 2. For intelligence, I got -2. And no, I'm kidding. Okay. For intelligence, I gave her a 7. And then for debate, I gave her a 2.
Okay.
Not a good debater. And not very charismatic. But she is intelligent.
All right. So, okay, I can settle with 7 for intelligence. I can go with that. And you think 5 for charisma?
2 or 3.
We have to go with at least a 5 for charisma because she has got a big audience. You know,
that doesn't mean that
a lot of people who listen to her.
Yeah, but there's a difference, right? You can get a large audience also by jockeying, rather than by being charismatic. I don't find her to be compelling or charismatic at all. Never have.
What do you mean jockeying?
And I don't think. Well, I think that you can kind of ride people's coattails or be put in political positions of power where you have a lot of forces that are kind of backing you and pushing you forward, even though you yourself are not particularly talented nor charismatic.
That's like me with the Jews. All right.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
It's all the Jews that pay me all the money. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll settle on 3. Or I'll settle on 4 for charisma then. I can settle on 4 for charisma.
All right. 4 for charisma, 7 for intelligence, and then debate.
I'm not going higher than a 3.
Okay, debate 3. So 4, 7, 3 is 14. Okay. Candace Owens lands in the non category. Harsh. Nick Fuentes. All right. Okay, so for charisma, I've given him a 9. Intelligence, I've given him an 8. And debate, I gave him a 7.
So I gave him a charisma chart. So I think he gets a charisma chart. He built everything he had essentially from the ground up without much in the way of backing, all on alternative media, which is very difficult to do, and has managed to keep himself relevant and stay in the game based on just his own moxie. So I would say that he gets a 10 to the charisma score. He has nearly perfect recall. And because he has nearly perfect recall, he's able to pull up tons and tons of facts. You couldn't really do that unless you're extremely. So between 8 and 9 there. And then debate, I would put him at a 7. And the reason he doesn't get a higher score on debate, even though I think he's probably one of the better right-wing debaters around, is only because he doesn't really do much in the way of grounded philosophy. That's not part of his thing. It's mostly just he does what are called like fact-finding debates or things like this, not really any grounded philosophy. So I give him a slightly lower score on debate. There's gotchas that I've seen him fall in, though I've fallen in too. But that's where I put him, right about there.
All right, cool. I'm happy to settle with that. 10-9-7, so 1926. Nick is the first one that falls into the elite category. All right,
that's probably where he goes, I would say.
Yeah.
As far as elite commentary goes.
Yeah. All right, so Jared Taylor, a bit of a left field one. I've never spoken to you about Jared Taylor, but I'm sure you know who he is. Renaissance.
He gets 10 across the board. So Jared Taylor is, I would put him, his charisma, well, maybe just not charisma. You know what? Charisma 8 for Jared, and then intelligence 10, debate He's probably he's one of the most fantastic racial debaters I've ever seen in my life. Like, there's just not many people who are better than he is at debate points and applause. I've seen him go on newscasts and just completely obliterate fucking the people who are there. There,
I covered one of his the other week on my channel where we were just going over it. He was just steamrolling this journalist, like really in the most like poised way you can imagine. So yeah, I know, I completely agree. Straight into the elite category. All right, Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh. Let's give it charisma, intelligence, and debate. So charisma with Matt Walsh, I've given him a 6. Intelligence, I've given him a 7, and debate, I've given him a 5.
Yeah, I got charisma at 5, intelligence at 6, and debate at 4.
All right. Are you willing to give leeway on intelligence or debate more?
I'm willing to bump him up. Well, not. Who's he ever debated? Anybody?
All he's really done is like the college tours, and he went on Jillian Michaels, and Jillian Michaels pretty much belted him.
That's not. He doesn't. I can't move off a debate. I am willing to up intelligence to maybe 6 or 7 though.
All right, cool. So, what did you give charisma?
5.
All right, so 5 for charisma, 6 for debate, and then 6 for intelligence, 4 for debate. That puts him at score of 15. Matt Walsh goes in the not good category.
No way. What are we getting wrong here?
The categories are kind of harsh, but I reckon we can bump him up to a 7 for intelligence, put him at 16, put him into the OK category.
He's got to go in the OK category.
He goes in the OK category. You can't put Matt Walsh.
Maybe I need to be a little more charitable.
Smoky man.
Yeah, you're being pretty mean. All right, Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro. Intelligence. All right, cool. So Ben Shapiro, I've given him a 6 for charisma, a 9 for intelligence, and an 8 for debate.
I have 8 for charisma. Charisma, 9 for intelligence, 9 for debate. So, you say what you want about Shapiro. He has actually done big league debates, and he's done well at them. And as far as intelligence goes, he, much like Fuentes, has extremely good memory, and he's a trained lawyer, and he's able to pull that shit up very quickly. That's why I put him at a 9. And as far as charisma goes, you have to have some kind of charisma there that that people don't want to give credit for. If it's the case that you talk like this and you talk really fast and this and that, but you're one of the most satired people who are out there, he does have charisma about him. Like it or not, he does. Yeah,
exactly. There is that magnetism about him for sure, especially for people who agree with what he's saying. And he used to be a lot better with this, I found, when he was taking the piss out of himself a little bit more, and when he'd do like the gun show and everything, and when he'd do the like the rap songs and all of that, like the wet ass P word and stuff.
Oh yeah,
that was actually
okay.
really
So now we're
funny.
gonna drop his charisma down to 6. I forgot about that shit.
Yeah.
I
Oh, dude,
forgot
are you
about
serious?
that.
That-
I
I
forgot
thought
about
that
that
was
cringe
endearing.
shit. I forgot about that cringe shit. I would put it
Yeah,
so
but-
charisma 6, intelligence 9, debate 9. That's my final
He
offer.
turned himself into a meme about making women's pussies
Yeah.
dry.
Yeah,
That's-
totally. Yeah, 6, 9,
bad
9.
call.
Jake, that's what I got.
But don't you think that doing the cringe stuff can like sort of humanize you a little bit and make you more of
It didn't humanize him. It just made him look like an unfunny Jewish guy. That's all it did. You know, and not in the right way.
799.
Like Larry David spent his whole career doing hilarious comedy that was supposed to be unfunny in a situation. He doesn't. Shapiro tried for that. It didn't work, dude. I got 699.
All right. 6 9. I say 699 is your